It was just past midnight when I heard the knock. Not the kind of knock you expect from a neighbor or a friend. This one was heavy, impatient, almost angry. I froze on the couch, my hand tightening around the edge of a throw pillow. The porch light had already gone out, and the silence outside felt unnatural. Something told me not to answer it. Something told me to stay still. But curiosity got the better of me. I pulled the curtain back, slowly, peeking through the blinds. That's when I saw them. 6 men, all wearing bright orange shirts, with HOA stamped across the front in bold black letters. They weren't my usual HOA officers. I'd seen our neighborhood president and her small team before, polite, if not a bit too strict. But these guys? These men looked like bouncers, not bureaucrats. I didn't open the door. I called out instead, "Can I help you?" One of them stepped closer to the door. He was tall, bald, and holding a clipboard like it was a weapon. "You violated multiple HOA codes," he said flatly. "We need you to come with us for questioning. Now." Questioning? At midnight? That's not how HOA violations work. I locked the deadbolt and stepped back. I'm not going anywhere. And then boom, they kicked the door in. My heart exploded in my chest. I scrambled back, yelling for my cousin upstairs. He was visiting for a few weeks, retired military, a former Green Beret. I didn't know it then, but that man would save my life that night. The fake HOA officers stormed into the living room like it was a raid. One of them grabbed me by the arm, trying to force me out of my own house. Another was already barking orders into a walkie-talkie, like they were coordinating with someone else outside. My cousin, Jake, appeared at the top of the stairs in nothing but his gym shorts, and the moment he saw what was happening, his face changed. He didn't shout. He didn't panic. He moved, fast, deliberate, lethal. Jake jumped down the last 4 steps and tackled the man holding me. I fell backward, gasping for breath. The sound of fists hitting flesh filled the room, along with curses, grunts, the sound of bones snapping. Jake moved like he was in combat again, precision and rage in equal parts. 2 of the intruders tried to run. One got as far as the porch before Jake pulled him back in by his collar and slammed the door shut with a kick. The third one pulled a knife. That was a mistake. In the span of 2 minutes, my living room looked like a war zone. 3 fake HOA goons were on the ground groaning. Jake stood over them, breathing hard, staring down at them like they were insects. "We need to call the real cops," I whispered. Jake looked at me and said something I'll never forget. "We can't. Not yet." That's when I realized the SUV parked across the street wasn't marked police. It was marked posts. Fake. The whole thing, fake uniforms, fake car, fake badges. Jake dragged one of them outside and handcuffed him to the porch railing with his own zip ties. Then he searched the black SUV. That's when we found her. A woman tied up in the back seat, duct tape over her mouth, eyes wide with terror. It was my neighbor, Sarah. She'd been missing for 3 days. We all thought she'd gone to visit family. She had bruises on her wrists and a scratch across her cheek. She looked at Jake like he was her guardian angel. He gently pulled the tape off. "You're safe now," he said. "They won't touch you again." Sarah sobbed into his shoulder. We brought her inside and locked the door behind us. Jake took photos of everything, license plates, faces, uniforms, the SUV, the weapons. Then he made the call. Not to 911, to someone higher. His voice was low when he spoke on the phone. "I need to call in a favor. High level." I didn't ask who he was talking to. I didn't need to. Within 20 minutes, a convoy of unmarked vehicles rolled in. Real ones this time. Blacked out windows. Silent engines. Men in suits stepped out, looking grim. One of them gave Jake a nod. The kind of nod that says, "You did well without needing words." They took the fake HOA officers away. Quietly, efficiently. No sirens. No fuss. I later found out these men weren't just criminals, they were part of an underground ring posing as HOA officials to kidnap vulnerable homeowners and force them into fraudulent legal traps or worse. Sarah had found out too much and tried to warn others. That's why they took her. Jake gave a full report. The agents took everything, but not before telling us to stay quiet for our own safety. I watched from the window as the last car disappeared into the night. My front door was still broken. My heart still racing. The next morning, the real HOA president came by, shaken and pale. She said the entire neighborhood board had received threats over the last month. She never told anyone out of fear. I asked her, "Why didn't you tell us?" She said, "I didn't think it would get this far." That night changed everything. I installed cameras. I moved, but I never forgot the sound of that knock at midnight. Never forgot Sarah's face. Never forgot the way my cousin stood between me and evil like it was second nature. Jake didn't just save me, he uncovered something dark hiding beneath the surface of a normal-looking neighborhood. And he reminded me of the price of silence. If he hadn't been there, I don't know what would have happened to me. Or to Sarah. So, the next time someone knocks at your door claiming to be authority, take a good look at their eyes. Evil wears uniforms too. And sometimes the people who are supposed to protect you are the ones you should fear most. Because monsters don't live in the woods anymore. They live on your street, wear badges they print at home, and call themselves HOA. And sometimes it takes a warrior to remind them what justice really means. Stay aware. Stay safe. And don't ever assume that just because someone looks official, they are. Because when darkness knocks at your door, you better pray someone like Jake answers first. If this story gave you chills, let us know in the comments and smash that like button. For more jaw-dropping HOA tales, subscribe to HOA Voice and share this video with someone who needs to hear it.